everyone, we are learning many things related to daily life these days. Today's lesson is somewhat different from the previous lessons. Today, we are going to learn a new words for conversing in a hotel. In this conversation, we can see a lady named Anita and a hotel manager. So, this lesson highlights important and useful words and sentences for you to practice. So let us start our lesson with new words. First word is muri, meaning room. Then comes kulimuri, meaning bathroom. Adiravile, meaning early morning. Saugaryangal, that is facilities. Kalatha means morning. Tanicha, meaning alone. Pradal, that means breakfast. Pora, it means not enough. Kavala, meaning junction. Aharam, meaning food. You can easily memorize these words as they are simple and commonly used in our daily life. Now we will look into their conversation. The title of this conversation is Endu Venam, Kapiyo, Chayo. What do you want? Coffee or tea? Let's see. Anita, ഇവിടെ മുറി ഒഴിവുണ്ടോ? Is there a vacant room here? ഹോട്ടൽ മാനേജർ, ഉണ്ടല്ലോ. മേഡത്തിന് ഏതുതരം മുറി വേണം? സിംഗിൾ റൂം വേണോ? ഡബിൾ റൂം വേണോ? Yes, there is. What kind of room do you need, madam? Do you want a single room or a double room? അനിത, തൽക്കാലം സിംഗിൾ മതി. ഞാൻ തനിച്ചാണ്. For the time being, a single room is enough. I am alone. Hotel manager, അത് ശരി. That's fine. അനിത, കുളിമുറിയും മറ്റു സൗകര്യങ്ങളുമൊക്കെ മുറിക്കകത്തു തന്നെയുണ്ടോ? Do you have facilities like attached bathroom, etc.? ഹോട്ടൽ മാനേജർ, ഉണ്ട്. എല്ലാ സൗകര്യങ്ങളുമുണ്ട്. മാഡത്തിന് കാലത്ത് എന്ത് വേണം? കാപ്പിയോ ചായയോ? Yes, all facilities are available. What would you like in the morning, madam? Coffee or tea? അനിത, എനിക്കോ? എനിക്കൊന്നും വേണ്ട. For me, I don't want anything. ഹോട്ടൽ മാനേജർ, മാഡത്തിനൊന്നും വേണ്ടേ? പിന്നെ don't you want anything? മാഡം, then? അനിത, അതിരാവിലെ എനിക്കൊന്നും വേണ്ട. ബെഡ് കോഫി പതിവില്ല. ഒരു 8 മണിക്ക് പാലും പ്രാതലും വേണം. I don't need anything in the early morning. I don't usually have bed coffee. I want milk and some snacks for breakfast at 8 o'clock. ഹോട്ടൽ മാനേജർ, ശരി. ഓക്കെ. അനിത, രാവിലത്തെ പ്രാതലിന് ഇവിടെ എന്തൊക്കെയുണ്ട്? വാട്ട് യു സെർവ് ഫോർ ബ്രേക്ക്ഫാസ്റ്റ് ഹിയർ ഇൻ ദ മോർണിംഗ്? ഹോട്ടൽ മാനേജർ, മാഡം, പ്രാതലിന് സാധാരണ പലഹാരങ്ങളൊക്കെയുണ്ട്. ഇഡ്ഡലി, ദോശ, പൂരി, ഉപ്പുമാവ്, പിന്നെ മലയാളികളുടെ സ്പെഷ്യൽ പുട്ടുമുണ്ട്. മാഡം, ഫോർ ബ്രേക്ക്ഫാസ്റ്റ് യൂഷ്വൽ സ്നാക്സ് വിൽ ബി ലൈക്ക് ഇഡ്ഡലി, ദോശ, പൂരി, ഉപ്പുമ, ആൻഡ് ദെൻ വി ഓൾസോ ഹാവ് ദ മലയാളി സ്പെഷ്യൽ പുട്ട്. അനിത, എനിക്ക് എണ്ണയധികം ഇഷ്ടമല്ല. അതുകൊണ്ട് പൂരിയും ദോശയും ഒന്നും വേണ്ട. ഇഡ്ഡലിയോ പുട്ടോ മതി. ഐ ഡോണ്ട് ലൈക്ക് ടു മച്ച് ഓയിൽ, സോ ഐ ഡോണ്ട് വാണ്ട് പൂരി ആൻഡ് ദോശ. ഇഡ്ഡലി ഓർ പുട്ട് വിൽ ബി ഇനഫ്. ഹോട്ടൽ മാനേജർ, ഉച്ചയ്ക്ക് ചോറും കറികളും മാത്രം മതിയോ? വിൽ ജസ്റ്റ് റൈസ് ആൻഡ് കറീസ് ബി സഫിഷ്യൻറ്റ് ഫോർ ലഞ്ച്? അനിത, മതി. സാധാരണ എന്തൊക്കെയാണ് ഇവിടുത്തെ കറികൾ? ദാറ്റ് വിൽ ബി ഫൈൻ. വാട്ട് കൈൻഡ് ഓഫ് കറീസ് ഡു യു യൂഷ്വലി ഹാവ് ദെയർ? ഹോട്ടൽ മാനേജർ, മലയാളികളുടെ കറികളാണോ? സാമ്പാർ, രസം, അവിയൽ, തീയൽ, മെഴുക്കുപുരട്ടി, തോരൻ, പുളിശ്ശേരി, അങ്ങനെ പലതുമുണ്ട്. Do you mean Malayalis curries? We have many things like sambar, rasam, aviyal, തീയൽ, മെഴുക്കുവരട്ടി, തോരൻ, പുളിശ്ശേരി ആൻഡ് എക്സെട്ര. അനിത, മതി. ധാരാളം മതി. ദാറ്റ്സ് ഇനഫ്. മോർ ദാൻ സഫിഷ്യൻറ്റ്. ഹോട്ടൽ മാനേജർ, അതിൻ്റെ കൂടെ ഉപ്പേരിയും ഉപ്പിലിട്ടതും പപ്പടവും തൈരും നെയ്യും മോരുമെല്ലാം ഉണ്ട്. Along with that, we have pickle, chutney, പപ്പടം, curd, ghee and more. അനിത, വളരെ നല്ലത്. പക്ഷേ അത്താഴത്തിനും ചോറും കറികളും മാത്രമാണോ? വെരി ഗുഡ്. But for dinner, is it just rice and curry? Hotel manager. Ade. Enda adu pore? Yes. Why? Is that all right? Anida. Pora. Enikadu pora. No. That's not sufficient for me. Hotel manager. Madamthinu pinne endu venam? What else would you like, madam? Anida. Chapati. രാത്രി എനിക്ക് ചപ്പാത്തിയാണ് ഇഷ്ടം. ചപ്പാത്തി. അറ്റ് നൈറ്റ് ഐ പ്രിഫർ ചപ്പാത്തി. ഹോട്ടൽ മാനേജർ. പക്ഷേ ഇവിടെ ചപ്പാത്തി ഇല്ലല്ലോ മാഡം. കവലയിൽ ഒരു ഹോട്ടലുണ്ട്. പേര് കാമധേനു. അവിടെ ഉത്തരേന്ത്യൻ ആഹാരമൊക്കെയുണ്ട്. ബട്ട് ഹിയർ വി ഡോണ്ട് ഹാവ് ചപ്പാത്തി മാഡം. ഇൻ ദാറ്റ് ജംഗ്ഷൻ ദർ ഈസ് എ ഹോട്ടൽ. ദ നെയിം ഈസ് കാമധേനു. ദേ സെർവ് നോർത്ത് ഇന്ത്യൻ ഫുഡ് ദെയർ. Let us see what these dialogues means. The first dialogue by Anida, Ivide muri ozhuvundo, means is there a vacant room here? Is enquiring about the availability of a room. She is asking if there is a vacant or unoccupied room in the place. Which is she referring to? The question is direct, indicating that she might be looking for accommodation. The use of ivide means here suggests that Anida is either already at the location or is referring to a nearby place where she hopes to stay. So the sentence reflects a polite and a formal way of asking about room availability, like in a hotel or guest house setting. It implies that she is looking to rent or reserve a room. In the replying sentence, hotel manager ഉണ്ടല്ലോ, മേഡത്തിന് ഏതു തരം മുറി വേണം, സിംഗിൾ റൂം വേണോ ഡബിൾ റൂം വേണോ? That translate to yes, there is. What kind of room do you need, madam? Do you want a single room or a double room? Which is a polite and professional query from the hotel manager regarding room preferences. It begins with the word undallo, means yes, there is, which is a confirmation of the availability of a room. The structure of the next part, medathinu, that means for madam, is a respectful address used when speaking to a female guest, adding politeness to the conversation. So the phrase ഏതു തരം മുറി വേണം, what kind of room do you need, is an open-ended question asking about the type of room required, giving the listener an opportunity to specify preferences. The options single room and double room are provided as choices framed as a yes or no question indicated by veno, do you want? So this sentence structure reflects a formal tone often used in customer service or hospitality settings, ensuring that the guest feels respected and that their preferences are taken into account. The use of the word venam, means need, shows a direct approach in asking for customers' preference, while the options are presented in a way that is easy to understand and respond to. Then the next dialogue, Anida, Talkalam single madi, Nyan Tanichana, is a clear and concise response from Anida, providing her preferences for a single room. So the structure of the sentence is straightforward. The word talkalam, for the time being, indicates that her need is temporary, suggesting that she doesn't require the room for an extended period. Single madi, a single room is enough. It is a simple declarative statement where single is describing the type of room and madi means is enough, conveys that it fulfills her requirement. The phrase Nyan Tanichana, I am alone, is an additional explanation where Nyan means I and Tanichana means alone, and it clarifies that Anida is by herself, thus justifying her request for a single room. The next dialogue, hotel manager, adu sheri, that means that's fine, is a brief response from the hotel manager confirming Anida's preference. The structure of this sentence is simple yet effective in conveying approval. The word other means that refers to Anita's earlier request for a single room. Sheri, meaning fine, is a word used to express agreement or approval. So, in this context, it indicates that the manager is okay with Anita's choice of a single room and is ready to proceed. Following that dialogue, Anita asked hotel manager as കുളിമുറിയും മറ്റു സൗകര്യങ്ങളുമൊക്കെ മുറിക്കടുത്തു തന്നെയുണ്ടോ? That means, do you have facilities like an attached bathroom, etc. So this is a question where Anita seeks clarification about the availability of basic amenities. The structure of the sentence begins with kulimuriyum, meaning bathroom, which is the subject of the question, followed by okay. Here the Anita is asking about a range of facilities, not just one. So it is also used to refer to additional services. So the phrase മുറിക്കടുത്ത് തന്നെയുണ്ടോ, that is, are they attached to the room, indicates that Anita is particularly asking whether these facilities, including the bathroom, are conveniently located near or within the room itself. The use of undo at the end of the sentence is a question word asking for confirmation. This dialogue shows that the speaker is inquiring about certain facilities or services and is common in hotel bookings or similar situations. It is polite, clear and concise, ensuring that Anita's query is understood. So the sentence reflects a direct approach to getting the necessary details regarding amenities, which is essential when confirming important aspects like privacy and convenience. In the next dialogue, hotel manager is replying as ഉണ്ട്, എല്ലാ സൗകര്യങ്ങളും ഉണ്ട്. മേഡത്തിന് കാലത്ത് എന്ത് വേണം, കാപ്പിയോ ചായയോ? That means, yes, all facilities are available. What would you like in the morning, madam? Coffee or tea? This is a respectful and informative response from hotel manager. The structure begins with und, meaning yes, there is, confirming that the requested facilities such as an attached bathroom and others are available. Then comes ella സൗകര്യങ്ങളും ഉണ്ട്, all facilities are available, further emphasizes that everything necessary is provided. Then comes the second part of the sentence. മേഡത്തിന് കാലത്ത് എന്ത് വേണം? What would you like in the morning, madam? Is a question asking Anita about her preference for breakfast or beverages in the morning. So കാലത്ത്, in the morning, sets the time frame for the question. എന്ത് വേണം, what do you want or need, is a respective way of asking about her preference in the morning. And the final part, kapiyo, chayo, coffee or tea, that offers two options and uses the question yo to represent the choices. Following that, Anita said that എനിക്കൊന്നും വേണ്ട, for me, I don't want anything, which is a brief and direct response from Anita to hotel manager's question about what she would like in the morning. When we look into this structure, it starts with enikyo, for me, where enike means for me, which is a dative form of nyan, and o is a question marker, indicates that Anita is confirming the question directed at her. So the use of ko after enike serves to clarify that she is asking about her own preference. The second part, എനിക്കൊന്നും വേണ്ട, I don't want anything, uses എനിക്ക്, for me, again reinforcing that the speaker is referring to herself. ഒന്നും means anything and വേണ്ട means don't need or want. It shows an action that indicating refusal. So this structure is very common in conversational language, especially when responding to offers or inquiries. And it is also a direct question and polite way with a negative form ഒന്നും വേണ്ട used to clearly express that she doesn't need or want anything. Then the next dialogue, hotel manager, മേഡത്തിനൊന്നും വേണ്ടേ? പിന്നെ means don't you want anything madam? Then, which is a follow-up question from the hotel manager seeking clarification after Anita's declined the offer. So the structure begins with മേഡത്തിന്, which uses a politely address to Anita as madam. In this context, the word onnum meaning anything or nothing, and when onnum combined with venda meaning to need or to want, it forms a negative question. Don't you want anything? Here the suffix a at the end of the action turns into a question indicating surprising or astonishment. So the word pinne acts as a follow-up meaning then, and invites Anita to provide further details on what she prefers instead. This question structure is a respectful way for hotel manager to continue the conversation, ensuring Anita's needs are properly understood. It reflects the manager's role in confirming preferences and offering a chance for the guest to specify any other requirements. And to his enquiry, Anita replied as, അതിരാവിലെ എനിക്കൊന്നും വേണ്ട, ബെഡ് കോഫി പതിവില്ല, ഒരു 8 മണിക്ക് പാലും പ്രാതലും വേണം. So she is clearly stating her preferences regarding her morning routine here. The sentence begins with അതിരാവിലെ, meaning in the early morning, setting the time frame for her needs. എനിക്കും means for me too, indicating that she is speaking for herself and not including others. So the phrase onnum venda means I don't need anything, which is a direct refusal of any offerings for the morning. Here Anita clarifies that she does not have bed coffee as part of her usual routine by saying bed coffee padivilla. I don't usually have bed coffee. This is an important cultural aspect of how people manage their daily habits. Finally, she specifies her needs for the morning. ഒരു 8 മണിക്ക് means around 8 o'clock. പാലും means milk. And പ്രാതലും means breakfast. The phrase വേണം indicates that she needs milk and breakfast at that specific time. Then we can see the response of hotel manager. Sheri means okay. The word Sheri is used to indicate agreement or confirmation. It is a simple yet effective response that conveys the hotel manager's understanding and acceptance of Anita's preferences. In her reply, she asked that രാവിലത്തെ പ്രാതലിന് ഇവിടെ എന്തൊക്കെയുണ്ട്? That means what do you serve for breakfast here in the morning? So Anita is seeking information about the breakfast options at the hotel. So the sentence begins with രാവിലത്തെ meaning in the morning, which sets the time context for question. പ്രാതലിന് means for breakfast, referring to the meal she is asking about. The word ഇവിടെ means here, indicating that Anita is asking specially about the breakfast served at this location. എന്തൊക്കെയുണ്ട്? Translate to what do you have or what is available. So it is a common way of asking for a variety of options or choices. See these sentences that are very easy and you should practice without fail. So in this conversation, the hotel manager is informing Anita about the breakfast options available at the hotel. So the manager addresses Anita respectfully as madam and then explains that for breakfast, the usual snacks offered are idli, dosha, puri and uppumavu, which are all popular South Indian breakfast dishes. Additionally, the manager highlights the Kerala speciality puttu, which is a traditional breakfast item made of rice flour and coconut. The manager's response provides a clear and helpful overview of breakfast menu, ensuring that Anita knows what to expect. In this part of conversation, we can see that how conscious Anida about her health. She is expressing her preference for food that doesn't contain much oil. So she politely informs the hotel manager that എനിക്ക് എണ്ണ അധികം ഇഷ്ടമല്ല, അതുകൊണ്ട് പൂരിയും ദോശയും ഒന്നും വേണ്ട, ഇഡ്ഡലിയോ പുട്ടോ മതി. That is, I don't like too much oil, so I don't want puri and dosha. Idli or put will be enough. Here we can understand that she does not want puri or dosha because these dishes tend to have more oil. Instead, Anida says that idli or put would be sufficient for her. So this sentence showcases a simple and clear expression of personal dietary preferences, indicating Anida's desire for lighter, less oily food. The use of onnum venda, I don't want anything, and madi will be enough conveys her request effectively while keeping it polite and respectful. And in the following conversation, the hotel manager is asking Anida if rice and curries would be enough for her lunch. So the manager uses a honorific tone by asking the question as, will just rice and curries be sufficient for lunch? That is, ഉച്ചയ്ക്ക് ചോറും കറികളും മാത്രം മതിയോ? This is a common way for a hotel or restaurant staff to confirm the guest preference for a meal. So the question also implies a standard meal offering, that is rice with various curries, and checks whether Anida is satisfied with that option or if she prefers something else. So the manager's approach is considerate, seeking to ensure that Anida's needs are met for the upcoming meal. As a response to the hotel manager, Anida expresses that the offered food will be acceptable to her by saying that will be fine, madi. She then asks about the type of curries served, saying, what kind of curries do you usually have here? സാധാരണ എന്തൊക്കെയാണ് ഇവിടുത്തെ കറികൾ? Which indicates that she is interested in knowing the variety of curries available, possibly to make an informed decision based on her taste preferences. And in the following dialogue, hotel manager asked that മലയാളികളുടെ കറികളാണോ? സാമ്പാർ, രസം, അവിയൽ, തീയൽ, മെഴുക്കുപുരട്ടി, തോരൻ, പുളിശ്ശേരി, അങ്ങനെ പലതുമുണ്ട്. Means, do you mean Malayali curries? We have many things like sambar, rasam, aviyal, തീയൽ, മെഴുക്കുപുരട്ടി, തോരൻ, പുളിശ്ശേരി, and etc. The hotel manager is asking if the curries the guest is referring to are the traditional Kerala, that means Malayali curries, which are known for their unique flavors and ingredients. Then the manager lists some of the most popular Kerala curries and dishes, including sambar, a lentil-based vegetable stew, rasam, a spicy soup typically served with rice, aviyal, a mixed vegetable dish made with coconut and yogurt, തീയൽ, a sour curry made with vegetables and fish, മെഴുക്കുപുരട്ടി, a dry fried dish made with vegetables like beans or potatoes, തോരൻ, a stir-fried vegetable dish with grated coconut, and പുളിശ്ശേരി, a curry made with yogurt and vegetables or fruits. By listing these well-known dishes, the manager highlights the variety and richness of Kerala cuisine, suggesting that the guest can expect a wide range of flavors to choose from, and etc., which implies that there are many more options available, emphasizing the diversity of the food offered. And to that response, we can see Anida replied as madi, ധാരാളം മതി, meaning that's enough, more than sufficient. Anida is expressing satisfaction with the offerings, saying that the variety of curries and dishes mentioned by the hotel manager is more than enough for her. The words "that's enough" indicate that Anida is content with the options available, while more than sufficient emphasizes that the quantity and variety of food are more than adequate to meet her needs. Then in the following dialogue, ഹോട്ടൽ മാനേജർ. അതിൻ്റെ കൂടെ ഉപ്പേരിയും ഉപ്പിലിട്ടതും പപ്പടവും തൈരും നെയ്യും മോരുമെല്ലാം ഉണ്ട്. That is, along with that, we have pickle, chutney, pappadam, curd, ghee and more. Here, the hotel manager is describing variety of accompaniments that come with the meal. So these include pickles, chutneys that offer a range of flavors from sweet to spicy, and pappadam, a crispy, crunchy snack that enhances the texture of the meal. Additionally, curd is served to provide a cooling effect, especially useful with spicy dishes, while ghee or clarified butter is a rich addition often drizzled over rice or other dishes to enhance flavor. And finally, more, which is a spiced yogurt based drink, is included to aid digestion and offer a refreshing contrast to heavy meal. So these side dishes and condiments are integral to the South Indian dining experience, offering a well-balanced combination of flavors, textures and digestive benefits. In the next converse, അനിത വളരെ നല്ലത്, പക്ഷേ അത്താഴത്തിന് ചോറും കറികളും മാത്രമാണോ? That translated as very good. But for dinner, is it just rice and curry? In this statement, Anida expresses her satisfaction with the previous meal options but raises a concern about the dinner menu. So the word valare nallathu means very good indicates that she is pleased with the food and service provided so far. However, her follow-up question, പക്ഷേ അത്താഴത്തിന് ചോറും കറികളും മാത്രമാണോ? But for dinner, is it just rice and curry? Implies that she is curious if the dinner will be limited to only rice and curry or if there will be additional dishes available. So this question actually reflects Anita's desire for variety and reassurance that she can expect more than just basic meal. So the tone is very polite, showing she is not dissatisfied but is simply seeking more information about the dinner options. We can see a sudden response from hotel manager here. Ade, enda, adu pore. Yes, why is that all right? Here the hotel manager responds affirmatively to Anita's question about dinner options being limited to rice and curry. The manager's response, ade, that means yes, confirms that indeed dinner will consist of rice and curry. The follow-up question, enda, adu pore, why is that all right, points out that the hotel manager is seeking clarification about whether Anita is okay with this arrangement or if she would prefer something different. The manager's tone is inquisitive yet accommodating, ensuring that Anita's preferences are taken into consideration and that she feels comfortable with. This exchange shows the manager's willingness to address any concerns or preferences Anita may have regarding her dinner. Following that, Anita said that pora, enikadu pora, that is no, that's not sufficient for me. In this response, Anita is expressing dissatisfaction with dinner option being just rice and curry. So the word pora means insufficient indicates that Anita feels the meal is inadequate for her needs or preferences. By saying enikadu pora, meaning that's not enough for me, she clarifies that the proposed meal of just rice and curry does not meet her expectations and she is looking for something more. Then comes the next dialogue. Hotel manager, മേഡത്തിന് പിന്നെ എന്തു വേണം? What else would you like, madam? So here the hotel manager is politely seeking if Anita want anything more after she has expressed that rice and curry alone are not sufficient for her. So the question, what else would you like, shows the manager's willingness to accommodate her needs and suggests an open-ended offer to provide other options. So the word pinne, else, indicates the manager is asking if she requires any additional items beyond what has already been discussed. Here we can see her preference for dinner. അനിത ചപ്പാത്തി. രാത്രി എനിക്ക് ചപ്പാത്തിയാണ് ഇഷ്ടം. ചപ്പാത്തി. At night, I prefer chapati. Here, Anida is clearly stating her food preference. The use of chapati indicates the specific food she desires. And following the sentence, രാത്രി എനിക്ക് ചപ്പാത്തിയാണ് ഇഷ്ടം. At night, I prefer chapati. That specifies the time and her personal preference for that meal in the evening. By saying ishtam, that means preference, Anida is expressing her liking for chapati over other options. So you can also use this to change the dinner to breakfast, like രാവിലെ എനിക്ക് ചപ്പാത്തിയാണ് ഇഷ്ടം means I like chapati in the morning. See how easy it is, right? So let us see the final dialogue of this conversation. Hotel manager, പക്ഷേ ഇവിടെ ചപ്പാത്തി ഇല്ലല്ലോ മാഡം. കവലയിൽ ഒരു ഹോട്ടലുണ്ട്, പേര് കാമധേനു. അവിടെ ഉത്തരേന്ത്യൻ ആഹാരമൊക്കെ ഉണ്ട് മീൻസ് ബട്ട് ഹിയർ വി ഡോണ്ട് ഹാവ് ചപ്പാത്തി മാഡം. ഇൻ ദാറ്റ് ജംഗ്ഷൻ ദർ ഈസ് എ ഹോട്ടൽ. ദ നെയിം ഈസ് കാമധേനു. ദേ സെർവ് നോർത്ത് ഇന്ത്യൻ ഫുഡ് there. So the hotel manager is informing Anida that chapati is not available at their current hotel. He then directs her to another hotel nearby, Kavalayil, in the junction, named Kamadhenu, where the North Indian cuisine, including chapati, is served. The manager uses the word Uttarindyan Aharamukkyundu, that means North Indian food, emphasizing the type of cuisine available there, suggesting a solution for her preference. You can change this North Indian to Punjabi food or any other, for example, and can change the sentence into Punjabi Aharamukkyundu, means Punjabi food is available. I hope you have understood the concept. However, it is important for you to practice these words and sentences and try to make changes and add variations as needed. If you encounter any difficulties while practicing, we will address them in our upcoming classes. So this session is now coming to a close. We will see you in the next class. Thank you all. Have a nice day ahead.